To improve the devastating humanitarian crisis that has gripped Syria, the European Union and some of its member countries have pledged a total of 440 million euros of aid, making up about half of all pledges so far. Most of this funding is directed at displaced Syrians within the country, as well as Syrian refugees in bordering countries. But when it comes to welcoming the displaced within its own borders, the EU is not always extending a warm welcome.
What we've heard, particularly in Greece, is that there have been some turnbacks where people have tried to come in and apply, and they were turned around and refused. And secondly, that people have gone through the process, but because the system is dysfunctional, that they simply do not go quickly through the system.
We see that recognition rate in Greece for asylum application is very, very low. It's sometimes below 1%, and it's a structural problem of the country. So that's where we have to focus our effort.
While the EU is trying to bring Greece, Cyprus and other countries in line with union-wide directives, Europe's top destination for Syrians fleeing the civil war is Sweden, with numbers rising 12-fold there in 2012 to almost 8,000 asylum claims, of which about 5,000 have been granted. Belgium is another of the more accommodating EU countries, granting protection to 93% of Syrians arriving. But the journey to get here is far from easy. The majority of refugees, half of which are children, arrive in the EU illegally, without visas, due to the fact that most European embassies have long closed their doors in Damascus, and that applying for visas in other countries can prove difficult for Syrians.
Il faut beaucoup d'argent pour traverser la frontière, entre 5 000, 6 000, 7 000 dollars. Et il faut savoir réussir aussi, parce qu'il y a presque 100 000, 200 000 réfugiés qui veulent quitter la Grèce, qui veulent quitter la Turquie pour arriver en Grèce.
Another reason for the relatively limited numbers in Europe until now are the often difficult conditions refugees are facing.
Pour un réfugié qui est à l'extérieur de la Syrie et il n'a pas les moyens corrects pour être accepté par les autres pays, il préfère rester en Syrie avec les problèmes et mourir là-bas. Franchement, ce qu'il m'a dit mon mari.
I think Europe has to take a statement. I don't think the refugees has to stay in the camp for months because it's not good for their mental health. They become sick. It's very, very bad situation. So I really think and I hope that Europe will take soon a decision.
With the number of Syrian refugees seeking a safe haven in Europe potentially growing significantly in the coming months, an EU-wide temporary protection policy is urgently needed. Such a harmonized regime would mean Syrians would be treated equally throughout the Union, they'd be granted residence and work permits and have access to accommodation and medical treatment. For KSA2, this is Alexandra Capel, Brussels.